Hi, I'm Michelle Cooper. Welcome to my studio. I've been having a lot of fun this summer making some pocket-sized sketchbooks, handmade accordion style, that are great for urban sketching. You can see more of my on-location sketches at my blog, michellecooper.blogspot.com. First, let's take this elastic off that holds the sketchbook together, and no matter how many pages you put in, it'll still fit. You turn the front cover across, and this is a refrigerator magnet that I clipped in because this particular sketchbook I made for a friend. So when she's ready to go sketching, I expect her to unclip this, put that on the refrigerator, and get ready to put some of her own original sketches into the accordion folds of this sketchbook. The kind of paper we're using is a watercolor paper, 140-pound paper, so it'll take any media. Since she's just returned from a trip overseas, I thought it would be fun to tip in a few of these vintage stamps from Portugal in a little pocket, where she can take them out and add her own things if she wants to. The back cover repeats the same travel theme as the front cover. In between, there are basically 7 panels that you can use on each side of your accordion sketchbook. When you're ready to store it or take it to another location, you can put the elastic on, even securing more with a clip, and it's ready to fit into a pocket. This paper will accept any media, pencil, pen, watercolor, and you can paint across 2 panels or just a single panel, or stretch it out all the way if that's the kind of format you want. This is also designed so that you can expand it into the back pocket by adding a whole nother accordion and keep adding to your documentation of your travels. And then just fix another tab, and no matter how thick your sketchbook gets, it'll still hold together with the elastic band. If you would like to make your own pocket-sized accordion sketchbook for your next urban sketching adventure or your travels, then stay tuned and I will show you how I did it. Making your own custom sketchbook means you get to choose your favorite paper. This watercolor paper comes in 30 inches wide, and so I just cut it down to 4 inches tall, and that created an accordion, as you see here, with about 4-inch or 4.5-inch sections. Then you take a piece of mat board and custom fit it so it comes just a little bit wider, a little bit taller than the compact accordion. The mat board covers don't really have to match because we're going to choose a themed paper to cover them with, and that helps with the whole idea of the travel sketchbook. I have the cover paper face down, then I place my custom size mat board on top of that and measure about 1 inch extra all the way around for a margin. When I cut this out, then I can glue them together and fold the margins toward the inside edge. So I've got my custom sizes cut out now, fitting a nice 1-inch border all around the cover board. And I'll apply my 3-in-1 craft glue all over the whole surface and carefully turn it over and adhere it to the back side of the cover paper. Make sure that we have that cover paper the way we want, and then just let it sit and dry for just a little while. So now you just repeat the same step with the back cover or the front cover so that they're both the same. Okay, so that one's glued down now. So now I'm going to take the driest one, I think, and I'm ready to cut the excess paper from each corner before I fold the cover paper toward the inside. You cut the excess paper from all the corners of the front and back panels. Okay, so now it's time to glue the flaps over toward the inside of our cover board. This glue is pretty sticky, so you try not to get it too close to the edge so that when you fold this over and squeeze everything around, there won't be too much excess glue sticking out from the paper. It's not really going to hurt anything, but it's just kind of messy that way. Some papers also are kind of thicker than others, and you'll need to hold them a little bit longer down onto the mat board before they adhere. Oops, looks like I missed a little tag here. Just cut that off. And squish it around. Make sure that all these edges are down nice and tight and flat. Like I said, you might have to hold them down for a minute until the glue actually sticks. Okay, so make sure everything is all stuck down tight and dry. And then I'm going to show you how you can make this an expandable sketchbook. I cut a piece of paper that's going to eventually fit just like this on the back cover. Make an extra flap so that the open end, this is going to be an open edge right here, so I don't want it to be raw paper. I want it to be rather smooth, so about an inch extra there. And then you glue around only 3 sides, not the folded side, but 3 sides, so that this left hand opening can give you a slot to fit the end paper in. You will see what I mean in just a minute. Get everything balanced here, slightly back from the left-hand edge there, and then get it all dry, and then we'll have the back cover done. Okay, so now it's time to attach the accordion part to the front and back cover. We're using watercolor paper here. It's 140-pound paper, so it's pretty thick. So when you put the glue on, make sure you put plenty of glue, since this paper is very absorbent. It'll take a little bit longer time too for this to dry than the previous papers have. We're going to hold it together in a compact stack and then place the paper right evenly here on the front cover. You can slide it around a little tiny bit if you need to adjust it. It's better to have the leading edge in the front to be a little bit farther out than the paper to be closer to the inside edge. Okay, so just keep on squeezing that really tight so the paper squishes into the glue and the cover is stuck on really good. You can put some books on top of it, I guess, if you want. Once it's stuck on there, it's on there for good. Now it's time to see how to use that slot in the back to attach the cover to the last page. See, it doesn't quite fit in there, does it? No, so we have to make a little bit of a adjustment here by cutting a wedge from the last panel and just cut it right to the last fold there. You can even use the first piece you cut off as a template for the second one, and then they'll be exactly the same or close to the same. Okay, maybe trim that up just a little bit there, so it's right exactly on the fold. Now, you might think that this would fit, but it's just a bit too long to go all the way in comfortably, so we make one more cut here. I take off a little bit less than half, and now we've got a nice sturdy little tab to stick into that slot, and it will hold the back cover on as long as you want it to be there. You can take these little travel size sketchbooks in a pocket with you when you go on vacation or on a road trip or just in your neighborhood or the back garden. Once you know how to make these little pocket accordion sketchbooks, then it's really fun to think of occasions to use them, like a road trip or just going out sketching with a friend. You can make these any size you like, but I just like this 4x4 size because it's portable and looks like you could take it anywhere. What fun patterns they have, right? Let's see, this one. I think that one looks like it could be the front, and then I'll use this one for the back. So that's where I'm going to put my panel. Okay, where's this has a top and a bottom, so I better make sure I put that right side up. Then fit the panel in, fold it back just far enough here so that I can put my tab from the accordion book and slip it in there and glue this down. Okay, got all the glue. Now before I check, wait, right, that's the right side up. Some of these have patterns, it doesn't matter, but this one I like to have my pattern correctly right side up. Okay, make that stick really good. Make sure we have our slot here that we can put our little tab in from the accordion part and get it dry. Okay, got the front cover glued onto the accordion paper. Get ready to cut my tab. Cut the tab the way we did before and slip it into the back cover slot. And we've got another pocket-sized accordion sketchbook. So this would work just great as it is, plain inside until you put your own sketches in. You can use both sides of it. But wait, there's more. I think this cover just says road trip. So I found a couple of things I could put in, and like an old vintage label there, which you could write your location where you went. And then if you ever went on a road trip with your parents or your grandparents where you had to use this kind of a map, and folding and unfolding it was quite the project. Sometimes you could never get it folded back again. And I found a cute little paper clip here that looks like a arrow from a road sign or from a diner sign, so I think clipping this in here would be fun. I'm making this as a gift for someone who sketches every day basically, and I think it'd be really fun to see what she puts in every day for a road trip. There's 7 panels in here. You could even put some sample pages in here, do a report on the different places that you went, sketches for every day of the week. make a mark on the map. Be really fun to see how she makes this sketchbook a daily journal of her road trip. I like to put something special in there too. And I know this person likes to draw views and street scenes, so she could just draw something. I'll just pretend like she drew something in there, and then she could take this pen and it actually pins into the paper if she wants, or you can use this washi tape. I'll attach it with the washi tape because the tape doesn't tear the paper. It's removable, but it sticks pretty good too, so it'll be interesting to see what kind of location, what kind of view she decides to put in for this day of the trip. And you can take this washi tape out and tape other things in with it as well. And once you've got it all closed up, you can hold it together either with a binder clip or with the elastic there. I like to have them both because when I'm sketching in these, I can just close part of the book with my binder clip and keep it from falling open while I'm sketching, and use the elastic to hold the whole thing together. And if I add another section to it, it'll still fit. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching this little tutorial and sharing these special little gift kind of accordion books. And maybe this would even encourage your daily sketching and daily visual journaling practice. I have a little special additional thing here to thank you for watching. I thought you might like to see how you could fill up one of these books, what it looks like when there's a painting in it. I took this one with me for a day at the Tulip Festival. There's a farm nearby that's called Rosengarde, and it's owned by a family that raises tulips in the springtime. And so while I was sitting there during the day or walking around, I would clip my sketchbook open and do a few sketches, and then move to another spot and do some more sketches. So this is what it was like to spend most of the morning and early afternoon at a tulip garden. Thanks so much for sticking around and watching this tutorial on how to make a pocket accordion sketchbook. I hope it encourages you to have more fun when you're out there doing your daily painting or drawing practice. See you next time.